What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Daniel, and welcome back to another video. Today, I am going to be discussing the ARCA race and Xfinity Series race for you guys on what happened on those races, and then I'm going to be discussing a few of the NASCAR stories from Sunday and Saturday, and we'll just jump straight into it. So, to start off, let's go through the Xfinity Series race. Pretty much it was a good race overall. Brandon Jones was able to pass Kyle Busch with 20 laps to go, and he won the race by 3.5 seconds. And not only that, Brandon Jones was able to score the 500th win for Toyota in all of NASCAR's top three series divisions. So congratulations, Brandon Jones, on scoring that win for them. Brandon Jones, to me now, seems like he belongs in the series. After he won that race at Kansas last year, he has completely turned it up. He's been much more dominant. And he seems like he's a much better driver, and he's gotten a lot better as a driver. He went from me being the worst NASCAR driver in NASCAR, probably now to not even the top 10 worst NASCAR drivers. Because in general, he has 2 wins at Joe Gibbs now. Granted, and not in really a short time. Granted, he didn't do much before that. He really didn't have a lot of success. But man, Brandon Jones, he beat Kyle Busch straight at Clinton. That's pretty impressive. Good job on Brandon Jones. Congrats on that win, man. You did really well, and you deserved it. Now we go into discuss the ARCA race. Chandler Smith won the Phoenix race at ARCA for the ARCA race at Phoenix. He straight up beat Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs looked like he had the best car throughout the race. He pretty much dominated. Then a caution came out for Jesse Love and I believe Drew Dollar coming with about 8 laps to go in the race. And he beat him in a 2-lap shootout, and Chandler Smith won the race. Unfortunately, though, Ty Gibbs, man, I just want to say this for the record, man. You are really, really good and a very strong driver. It does suck that you didn't get the win, but, man, you're going to be a champion for years to come. You're one of the best drivers I have seen come to the race, and you're better than some of the guys that are currently driving at Joe Gibbs currently right now. To see Ty Gibbs, what he's done in the last years, that guy has put in a ton of work, and I hope that Ty Gibbs can win a lot of races and win many, many championships, because Ty Gibbs is an exceptionally talented driver, and he deserves a lot more respect than some of you guys have given him, because he's a fantastic driver, and I think he's got a lot to prove. Not much to prove, because he's got a lot to prove, because he's fantastic. Now we get into the NASCAR news stories that took place, and let's just get straight into it. So, Brad Keselowski has denied retirement rumors, and he has discussed contract renewal. So here are some of the comments that Brad Keselowski stated. I think I can win races and be competitive for another 10 years, and that's what I want to do. He continued by saying, honestly, I haven't worked on contract options, but I'm really happy for Ryan that he got his deal done. I understand it probably puts a lot more eyes on me, so I'm really happy for him. But I haven't talked to anyone or gone through any of these steps. I'm sure it'll be coming up soon. I want to race and be in contention to win for a long time. I think I've got a pretty good car right now, and that's certainly not always easy to come by. There's also a lot of really good rides out there, too. So we'll see how it goes. For those of you who are unaware, Brad Keselowski is a driver that his contract ends at the end of this year. Ryan Blaney, his teammate, was also up for contracts, but he got re-signed for many, many years. Brad Keselowski, on the other hand, has a possibility of not being back at this organization past 2020 because his contract's up. Granted, he could get extended for years to come, like Ryan Blaney was, but Brad Keselowski, I'm not so sure about if he is going to be re-signing with Penske at the moment. To be quite honest with you, I don't know. There's been a lot of tension building between him and Joey Logano, and it seems like that he's not the main priority at Team Penske anymore. It seems like Ryan Blaney's gotten a lot of the priorities. Unfortunately, Ryan Blaney had a bad race at Phoenix, but Brad Keselowski seems like he's not as big of a priority as he used to be. He kind of got the third wheel of crew chiefs, Jeremy Bullins. I'm not saying Jeremy Bullins is a really, really bad crew chief. I'm just saying that Brad Keselowski kind of got a crew chief who's not as experienced in the Cup Series field. And granted, Brad's had pretty decent success with them. Granted, he didn't get the best finish he completely deserved at Phoenix International Race. I think he ended up finishing like 10th, where he honestly should have finished top 3 or top 4 in that race. He seemed he had a really good car after getting involved in that wreck in the beginning of the race. It's not like Brad had, and Brad, it seems like Penske in general has been really, really fast this year. Brad's been kind of a third driver at that organization, which is a great shame because it seems like Brad has been really, really strong at that organization. And his ties seem like they're breaking apart. To be honest with you, I don't know if Brad is going to return to Team Penske at the end of next year. I think he could be going to Hendrick, in my opinion. I think there's a chance he could be going to Hendrick. I just don't see him completely right now re-signing with Penske. He might, but the way that tensions have been building with that organization over the last few weeks, especially with him and Joey Logano, you'd be hearing on the radio that there's a lot of tension between us two. I just don't know, in my honest opinion, that they're going to be staying together. Him and he's going to be staying at Penske completely right now, which would be a really, really good shame. A lot of people are speculating, like I said, he could be going to Hendrick Motorsports. I'm not sure if that is the case at the moment, but we'll have to see because they do need some veteran leadership, and he's been up for talks maybe going to Hendrick Motorsports. But we'll have to see what happens in the near future. Now we get into the stories from yesterday. Steve O'Donnell has praised the improvements in the short track package. Here's a quote that Steve O'Donnell said. You certainly want to see a lot of what we saw today. A lot of different lead changes. And this comes from a lot of work from the entire industry. Going back to National, everybody getting together and talking about what could we collectively do. He continued on by saying we saw a lot of different things happen during the race and emotions run pretty high, which is what we want, and a lot of comers and goers, and ultimately a really good race. No doubtly, pretty much most people in the NASCAR world, unless you're like a Chase Elliott fan or Martin Truex Jr. fan, and I'm a Chase Elliott fan myself, thought that this race was really, really good. The racing yesterday at Phoenix International Raceway was just so fun to watch. I've been waiting for this because the last two races at Phoenix combined were so bad. They were just not very good races. This is the best race, not just since 2018 at this racetrack, but in general, this is the best race I've seen at Phoenix almost ever. This was just a phenomenal race to watch, and Steve O'Donnell's absolutely correct. It was just phenomenal. It was just incredible to watch. I think most people can agree that the race at Phoenix yesterday was just incredible. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think objectively it was the best race of the 2020 season up to this point. Every race has been getting better and better and better this year, but the short track package, I'm really excited. And not only that, I mentioned this in the video yesterday, I am genuinely excited for coming back here in November. I was not excited about going to Phoenix after what we saw last year. NASCAR, you made a fantastic change to the package. It was a fun race to watch, and I hope that we can see all these short track races continue to be great. I'm really excited for Martinsville now. I'm really excited for Richmond. I'm excited for the road course race too because it's going to be fun to watch. We'll see if Chase Elliott can hold off Martin Truex Jr. this time when we go to Watkins Glen because I think Chase Elliott is still going to be the favorite at Watkins Glen. And now we get into the final story. NASCAR is no longer expecting to release the full schedule in April. Originally, it was slated that they were going to release the schedule in April 1st, but it's not going to happen. It looks like they will not be ready in time for them to release schedule, and it will likely be that Phoenix will retain the championship race in 2021. I'm not completely surprised. I was kind of skeptical because there wasn't much stuff announced, not much release about the schedule for 2021 up to this point. Really, all we knew was about the Speed Week technically, but that's really all we knew about the 2021 schedule up to this point. That's all we really knew. So I'm not surprised one bit at all that they didn't release the 2021 schedule. They're not going to release the 2021 schedule in time. I just don't see them releasing it in time. You know, I said that myself. I think they just need to take their time releasing this because it could be a big deal. There's expected to be some pretty big changes, some wholesale changes with the schedule, including possibly some new racetracks. And NASCAR probably doesn't have all these tracks ready to go yet to make this announcement on April 1st. I think that's why they're going to take their time to release schedule. I think this is a really good decision on NASCAR's part. And Steve Phelps' part. I say Steve O'Donnell. I meant Steve Phelps. Steve Phelps, take your time in. You got a lot of time to get the schedule released. And just take your time because you guys have the whole world on your shoulders. And let's hope the schedule for 2021 is phenomenal. Take your time, man, because you got a lot of time to release it. So, there wasn't really much to talk about, really, wasn't there? So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Turn notifications on so you can be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on all my social medias. Links in the description will be below for that. And comment below your opinions on some of the topics we discussed about today. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.